The members has 2 minutes remaining.
Then I yield myself the remaining time.
Gentleman's recognized for 2 minutes.
Closing. Madam Speaker and my colleagues, I think we ought to look at what we are doing here tonight. We're passing a bill which is going to have had very little consideration, written in the dark of night, without any real awareness on the part of most of us what it contains. I just want to remind my colleagues about what happened the last time the Banking Committee brought a bill on the floor which deregulated the savings and loans. It wound up imposing upon the taxpayers of this nation about a $500 billion liability. That's what it cost to clean up that mess. And at the same time, the banks, by engaging in questionable practices, wound up in a situation where the Fed and the Treasury Department had to bail them out, also at the taxpayers' expense, but it didn't show. Having said that, what we are creating now is a group of institutions which are too big to fail. Not only are they going to be big banks, but they're going to be big everythings, because they're going to be in securities and insurance, in issuance of stocks and bonds and underwriting, and they're also going to be in banks. And under this legislation, the whole of the regulatory structure is so obfuscated and so confused that liability in one area is going to fall over into liability in the next. Taxpayers are going to be called upon to cure the failures that we're creating tonight. And it's going to cost a lot of money, and it's coming. Just be prepared for those events. And you're going to find that they are too big to fail. So the Fed is going to be in, and other federal agencies are going to be in to bail them out. Just expect that. Now, with regard to the privacy, let's take a look at it. We're told about all the protections for privacy that you have here. Well, if you want to have a good laugh at it, because here's the joke. The only thing the banks are going to be required to say with regard to what they're going to do with regard to your privacy, and this is everything from your health to your financial situation, everything else, we are going to stick it to you. The privacy that you're going to have under this legislation is absolutely nothing. And what is going to drive that is going to be a simple fact, and that is that the banks are all going to be competing with the most diligence. And the result will be that those protections are going to be manifested in a race to the bottom. Consumers, investors, and the American public will have no protection of their privacy whatsoever under this bill. The only thing the banks have to say and the other institutions have to say is, we're going to stick it to you. Vote against the conference report.
Gentleman's time has expired. The gentleman from New York.